Hey everybody, so I spent the past maybe a week and a half putting this together in my very limited spare time. It's a Cotic Solaris Max hardtail. I spent quite a while researching bikes and frames and decided after this guy here, and as good as that turned out, I wanted to build another one from the frame up. Beat Cycle helped me with that one. They did some fine tuning on the drivetrain of this one because, to be honest, I hadn't ever built a bike before. So I was kind of in the dark about a few things, but now that it's done, it was relatively easy. Just a matter of being patient and doing your homework. There's a lot of cost savings involved in addition to the best of the best. However, the cost savings parts turned out to be some of the better components that you can buy for the most part. Kind of like that wheel set. They list for about $400, hubs and all. They come built directly from Hunt over in England, and they're so far pretty nice, so I can't really complain. The frame was relatively inexpensive, one of the top-rated hardtails in Europe. It's a Cotic Solaris Max. It's steel, which I'm a huge fan of. Not sure I would buy anything else but a steel frame on future bikes. The grips were just kind of cool. I looked up reviews on things, what the best of the best was, and things like those grips and your bottom brackets are Chris King, headsets Chris King. The DVO suspension was kind of a budget buy, even though it's a top-end unit. I didn't want to have to get something close to $1,000, so this was about half that. It's nice to have a clearance item from the previous year. The seat post I got from Beat as a kind of a deal on it, so I did another Fox transfer, which is probably the best of the best there. The group set is GX Eagle, which I was going to go with EXO, but for the cost difference, it wasn't worth it in my eyes, based on what I had seen. The pedals are Tech, which are, again, some of the best of the best. And that's kind of it. Everything else was sort of, the TRP brakes are some of my favorite I use on my other bike. They have some of the best modulation in the business. I went with some huge rotors, TRP as well. And I did the sintered metallic pads just for a little extra grip. They're a little noisy, but it is what it is. So then of course I had to get my wolf tooth dropper trader and the orange Unite spacers, which I had a Unite chainring on here at one point, but I went with a boost setup from Wolf Tooth, which I really like. And we get to try it out on Wednesday. Take it for its first real run. I drove it or rode it around town a little bit yesterday, about 3 or 4 miles, just to get a feel for it. So I'll keep you posted.